have reason to be thankful that we woke up today. All of us have a reason to be appreciative that we've been given another day of opportunities. And for the moment, while we're talking together, or while I'm talking to you, I want you to think about today as a daily candle, like we all do in charts. When you woke and you got yourself out of sleep, whatever time that was, that started your day. That daily candle of productivity, what you're going to do, the most maximum level of productivity, that's the high of your daily candle. And the low of your daily candle is the least that you did. Now, everybody, unless you're in depression, unless you're inebriated, intoxicated, everybody wants to have a bullish candle in life. Everybody wants to have maximum output, maximum results, maximum benefit, maximum yield for investment. But not every day provides that. Sometimes the narrative that we think, but not every day provides that. Sometimes the narrative that we think our daily candle is going to unfold under gets disrupted, manually intervened, if you will. And at the end of the day, when you go to sleep, that closes your daily candle. My question to you is this. Last night when you went to sleep, did you feel like you were uneasy about anything? Did you worry about the high of yesterday's daily candle in your personal productivity? The things that you didn't do and the things that you did do. Now, for most people in trading, they're wrestling continuously with fear and greed. And those two pillars of adversity in every aspect of success, not just in trading, fear and greed are two paralyzing enemies. They'll hold you back if you allow them. And so few in this world know how to master them, conquer them, and then use them as weapons at their disposal. And I'll talk a little bit about that and how you can do that. But first, you have to identify them as the adversaries that they are and where they do their most effective disruptions, where they hold you back, where they blind you, where they keep you from seeing opportunities, when they take from you. Like vampires, it sucks the life and the creativity and the passion and the hope and the direction and the desire to do anything at all. Because it's easily seen in trading more than anything else, the paralyzing grip that fear and greed implement. Think about today. You woke up. That started your daily candle. If you don't have a plan of what you're going to do today, before you woke up, you have no idea what you're going to do. You're going to be chasing price in everyday life. Whatever gets your attention right now, when you're younger as a child, like on a Saturday morning, it used to be every channel had cartoons. And you'd wake up and you'd run to the TV, turn it on, pull your bowl of cereal out in front of you, and just vegetate on the channels, surfing, going from one channel to the next, looking at the next cartoon, the next thing. Sports fanatics on the weekend do the same thing. They jump from one thing to the next. What game? What game? What game? What game? Here's my attention. Seize it. Take it over. Steal my productivity. Today, you woke up. What plan did you have to implement to see the high of today's daily candle in your personal productivity at the highest level? What did you plan to do that with? What did you do yesterday before you went to sleep? to give yourself something to strive for. And also be aware of where these two adversaries are going to be waiting to ambush you: fear and greed. Sadly, most people in life, the unsuccessful individuals that relegate themselves to working for the man, Carl and the likes of them, for some people, that's okay. And guess what? If you're taking care of your family, there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm talking to an audience that sees beyond that as that's not enough. And that's not greed. Everybody should aspire to do better. Because if you're doing better, that means that you should be providing better for your family. And there's no sin in that. Your maximum productivity, the most that you could get done today, that is where greed is waiting to ambush you. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. But the lowest productivity for today, the low of your daily candle, the least of which that you got done today, before you go to sleep and you close this daily candle, that's the least that you got done. In the 24 hours or whatever waking hours that you spend between waking and going to sleep today, that's your daily range. That's all you've given yourself time to do. And you have to submit. You can't control every aspect of life. Anyone that tries to do that, and I know this personally, when you try to master everything that's going to happen in your life, and you want to hold everybody else to the same regimen and the same schedule that you're forcing yourself to go through, that creates anxiety. You have to identify what you can control. You have to pick your shots in that daily range of time. When are you going to operate? How are you going to filter out all these things around your personal life, your relatives, your employees, your co-workers, co-students if you're in university, your spouse, your significant other, your children? Or like me as a pet parent, I have pets, I have dogs. They're like children that never grow up and they always have to be taken care of. So I have to manage my day with those things, encompassing how I'm going to do what I'm going to do. You have to plan for the manipulation, for things that just pop up out of nowhere. But you shouldn't be fearful that I might blow a tire. I might have an accident driving to work. I may have something go wrong with my plumbing. My water heater may go up. Nobody wakes up and worries about those things on the regular. But being someone that has a plan of action, should those things take place, you're not going to freak out. So you make a plan to do what you can when you can do it. That's your kill zones. That's your operating hours of your daily range. And you only worry about those primary functions and responsibilities during that time, and then you let go of it when you're done. You don't go onto social media and spend more time looking for opinions, looking for my satisfaction in the attaboy, attagirl, and the pat on the back. You find satisfaction in the fact that you spent the time that you allocated for, and then you spent the time productivity through the roof because you filtered out everything else. The low of the daily range for today, this is the lowest that you could possibly get done. And that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. That's a today, right now thing. You may wake up and you had great aspirations to get things done. I want to clean the house. I want to straighten my office up. I want to put up a new trading system, new getup, new gear, new monitors, everything. I'm revamping everything. And then your wife or your husband says, honey, I need you to do. And that takes precedence over everything else, or it will start arguments. And you have to manage your life to keep those types of things out of it, because drama online is life sucking, energy sucking. And in your personal relationships, it will mess you up in your trading. It will completely wreck your focus. You will not be able to perform optimally because you know you have hurt the other person you're with, or you have left them to wait for your personal desire. It's absolutely going to suck. But the low of your day today needs to be predefined. This is what I hope I get done at least. Remember, the maximum productivity, the things that you want to get done today, before you lay your head down to go to sleep, that highest point of the daily range for your productivity is the maximum things that you could get done, given that 100% you're dialed in, no distractions, no standing in the way, no obstacles. And greed is going to say, that's not enough. I got all my things done and I want to do a little bit more. And that's where greed's waiting to ambush you. You're not going to be content with enough because you didn't plan for enough. The low of your daily range is the least that you get done. And you're going to be content with that if you're thinking correctly. If you're not, what adversary is waiting for you at that reflection at the end of the day before you go to sleep? Fear. Fear is waiting to ambush you. It wants to take sleep and rest and contentment away from you, because it's going to rise its ugly head and say, when you lay your head down tonight, yeah, you may have got this done. Yeah, you might have done that, but you didn't do this. Remember how you wanted to do this? Remember that one person on the internet that said you couldn't do something and you thought to yourself, I'm going to do it just to show them. You didn't. You didn't do it. So you really didn't do enough, did you?